you're interested in joining our community, we'd love to have you. You're the type of person we look for, committed, enthusiastic, a leader.
We think you'll do great things here, and we hope that we'll open some doors for you. You'll make lifelong friendships, and hopefully you will be the type of person whose impact is felt here for many years to come.
This is the start of something really cool.
We know you have your reasons for joining, and we also know the reasons you'll stay will be entirely different. Trust us on that one. People tend to join for the image, the props, and the social stuff. They stay around for the friendships and because they find a place where they can impact the lives of others. It's a family. We know this. You will too.
Soon these letters will be yours, but there's one lesson that we need to impress upon you before you sign your name on the dotted line, pay the first fee, and get your first t-shirt. It's the single most important thing we're going to ask of you, so you need to listen and understand before you say yes.
It's the one most important thing that any fraternity or sorority can impress upon its new members. Truly, our survival as an organization on this campus and nationwide is understanding this one simple lesson and taking it to the heart.
It's more important than our history, our traditions, our structures, or our rules. If you don't understand this most fundamental lesson, then none of the other stuff will matter. If you don't get this golden rule of sorority, then your son or daughter won't have this kind of organization to join someday, and this will all just be one memory.
Here it is. Ready?
From the moment you say yes to this organization, you are always writing the letters. I'm going to repeat it.
From the moment you say yes to this organization, you are always wearing your letters.
We're not talking about hats or hoodies in our colors. We're not talking about a tattoo on your ankle, a party favor, or a badge you wear on your dress shirt.
What we mean is that when you say yes to a lifetime membership in this community, everything you say, do, and represent from that moment forward is a direct reflection on this community, your brothers or sisters, and the thousands of members that came before you.
Everything you put out in the world is a direct reflection on what we stand for. Every decision, every achievement, every mistake you make happens to all of us from this point forward.
When you go to the grocery store, you represent us. When you fall asleep in class, you represent us. When you drive down the road and slow down for a pedestrian, you represent us.
When you turn 21 and go out to celebrate,
you represent us. When you become a leader of another campus organization,
you represent us. When you insult someone or talk badly about another group,
you represent us. When you break up with someone and make decisions about how you behave during that difficult time,
you represent us. When you go on spring break,
you represent us.
When you go home and sit at your mother's dining room table, you represent us. When you go get a job and go to work at a company or organization, you represent us. When you commit your life to that special person someday, you represent us.
You're always wearing your letters from this day forward, every day, in every situation. They never come off.
It doesn't matter if you're wearing an intramural jersey with our name on it, or a business suit at an interview. You have to assume that every person you meet will form a permanent opinion about sororities, good or bad, based on your behavior.
Every good thing that you do brings us up, and every bad thing that you do tears us down.
We live in a time when the actions of one man or woman can kill a group like ours. A person who acts in a way that is inconsistent with our values can end 100 years of tradition and pride. One choice that you make on a Friday night can take away everything that generations of men and women have worked hard to build.
All the stuff that you see that belongs to us can be boxed up and thrown out because of the choices you make.
If this seems a little intense, that's good, because it's serious. If it sounds like too much responsibility, or if you don't think you can behave in a way that reflects well on us at all times, then walk away now.
Do us a favor, we won't think any less of you. In fact, we'll thank you. This sort of commitment isn't for everybody, but don't say yes unless you understand.
We're not asking you to give up anything. We aren't asking you to become something you aren't. We're asking you to become something more.
We're inviting you to become part of a group whose members make a promise to take care of each other every day. We're asking you to become the very best version of you that you can be.
We're asking you to take a leap of maturity and go to that place where you're the same honorable, dignified person on a Saturday night as you are on a Tuesday morning.
It's a big deal, and not everyone can do it. Forget everything you've heard up until this point.
Forget how much you might want this, or how much we might want to bring you into this group. Just clear your mind and ask yourself one question.
Are you ready to never take the move?
Because when you say yes,
You're not just putting letters in a sweatshirt. You're putting them in your heart. You are forever stamping your identity with them. Everything you do from this moment on becomes who we are.
Make mistakes and your sisters will remind you of your commitment. There will be members forgetting their promise and you'll need to remind them. That's a part of this whole sorority thing. We work together to make ourselves better people who stand for something. We carry each other. We matter to one another.
If we're truly living up to our shared values, then we'll make you a better person. If you're doing everything right, you'll make us a better organization.
So please think about it. Take it seriously. Because if you say yes, these letters belong to you just as surely as they belong to our founders. If you say yes, these letters become your responsibility forever. Is this what you want?